Hey everyone, welcome to the Morning Grind podcast. I'm your host, Stevietpfl. It is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. We have a 10-game MLB slate to talk about here on Wednesday's slate. Man, I could sum up Tuesday's slate for me personally in 2 words. Tyler Molly. Man, he pitched way better. Like way better than I thought he would. I have a lot of Angels. I'm not having a great night. I do have a lot of Soderstrom. So I mean, I have a couple live teams. Man, Soderstrom, huge day. The A's just keep doing their thing. So I have a couple A stacks. I have a really good Soderstrom like Detroit stack. And Detroit is just not doing anything tonight. And like I use Carpenter, Green, and the guys that I talked about. But man, Angels have disappointed me. I feel like more than anybody tonight. I mean, McGill pitched bad. Flaherty pitched bad. A lot of the pitchers that I liked on this slate. It's just one of those slates. You know, you can't get every slate right, and I feel like this is just one of those slates. I didn't get everything right, and see, I mean, I was looking at before the show. I was looking at some of my I have some Dodger stacks and some Cub stacks that are starting obviously now, and I was looking at it and I was going, man, I don't even know if these teams have any hope. I think like my best Dodgers team had Springs and McGill, and he had like the combined 17 points from my pitcher, but it had Martinez from Cleveland at 4% and Vaughn from the White Sox at 1%. So, and it's a full on Dodgers stack with Edman, Ohtani, Betts, Conforto. So who knows? I mean, if the Dodgers score a lot of runs, maybe that team makes some noise. It's at like 63 points. But man, my pitching, like I pride myself on pitching, and it was just one of those slates where it was really bad. I feel like just every pitcher that I liked tonight struggled. So I do have a Dodgers stack with Soderstrom as well, but the pitching on that team is terrible too. So just one of those nights. You move on from those nights, and you let the next and just ride to the next day. Hope everyone in chat. Hope someone's having a good night over there in chat. Yeezy, Richie, Dave, Anthony. Pitching was very mid today. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Pitching was very mid today. So it happens, right? Like you can't even it just like every pitcher I liked struggled. So it's just like, man, I mean, what do you do with that? Like there's not much you can do with it. I mean, I was trying to like quickly pull up like who was the highest scoring pitcher on the slate so far, and my app's not working. So we got 10 games. We got a little bit of day baseball, but I'm going to focus on the night slate for Wednesday. Nice 10-game slate. We start at 6:35 Eastern instead of the late slate. So different start time than usual. So make sure you're paying attention to that. I tweeted out a little while ago that I did start a Patreon page for anybody that wants to support the morning grind. I had a lot of people reach out to me about how they could support it. They don't have Venmo. So now there's multiple ways to support the morning grind. You can support it on Patreon. The link is in the YouTube comments or on my Twitter. There is a tier for $5 a month just to support the podcast. It also gets you access to the Morning Grind Discord. There's also, if you want my MLB bets, I'm going to give out at least 10 MLB bets and pick 'em plays per week over there. So if you want those, you can get that. So you'll get supporting the morning grind, and you'll also get my MLB bets, and you'll get access to the morning grind Discord, plus the morning grind Discord betting channel, which I will give out my bets for MLB. They'll also be posted on Patreon for anyone each day that I do it. Yeezy, I can't do NASCAR content for NASCAR and MLB combo. It only can be MLB. NFL, NBA, that kind of stuff. It can't be NASCAR. All my NASCAR content will continue to be on Roto Grinders. So that is why it's just MLB. It's not NASCAR. All right, let's talk some baseball, the housekeeping stuff out of the way, and let's talk some baseball. We get started here. Cleveland at Baltimore. I will say this really quick before I get into breaking down this slate. I've been playing DFS since 2009. Isn't that crazy? Like 2000, my FanDuel account was open in 2009. I've been grinding DFS since 2009. And one thing that I have learned over the years is like when you have a bad night, you just go back to trusting the data that you built with. And I mean, variance happens, especially in baseball. Baseball, one of the highest variance sports. My two favorite sports are NASCAR and baseball. And like probably the two highest variance sports that we have in DFS. So I like pain. Right. All right. Cleveland at Baltimore. This game currently has an 8 total. The Orioles, a 125 favorite. We could have Kramer against Williams. We'll start here with Williams. Again, this Baltimore lineup is really, really tough. Gavin Williams has a really decent strikeout rate this season. After really struggling against Kansas City his first time out, he's had really decent strikeouts against the Angels and the White Sox. Angels and White Sox, high strikeout offenses that you can beat. His last time out against Chicago was really good. I thought it was a really good spot for him just in general. And the thing is with Gavin Williams, he had a really good spring training. There was a lot of great things said about Gavin Williams out of spring training. But 8,200 against Baltimore is a very steep price tag for a pitcher that is still giving up a lot of fly balls and hard contact. That was one of his biggest issues last year. He's done an excellent job this season limiting barrels, but command can be shaky from time to time, which is always concerning. Large field tournaments, I think I leave Gavin Williams in my player pool for large field tournaments today. And I mean, you'll see why as we're going through this slate. It's not the best slate for pitching. So I think Gavin Williams, if we just kind of look past the price tag and the matchup, has some upside. Not my favorite pitcher by any means, but 94 pitches last time out, pitch well. If the command can do it, sure. Like I said, I think he's large field tournaments only for me. Easy in chat. Did you dabble in NBA today? I did not dabble in NBA today. I am very happy that my Magic look like they're going to beat the Hawks. I have not played NBA DFS since I stopped working full-time for Roto Grinders December 31st. So I enjoy watching NBA. I enjoy talking about NBA. But with a family and how busy I am in the afternoons, it is very hard to dabble in the NBA streets. All right, moving on. Baltimore side here with Kramer. Man, like Dean Kramer, not typically a pitcher that I like to play. He has a low strikeout rate. It's even lower this season. He's really struggled with lefties. My biggest concern is the lefties. I mean, Kwan, Ramirez, Santana, Manzardo. They'll probably have Nolan Jones in there, which is probably a bump to Kramer. Angel Martinez. I mean, just a lot of lefties in this lineup. Potentially only like maybe 2 righties. Kramer struggles with lefties. He struggled with lefties last season. I like pitchers against this team. I do. They have some strikeouts in this lineup this year. We've talked about it multiple times. Nolan Jones, Manzardo, Bo Naylor, these guys are striking at a huge clip. I don't think I want to play Kramer today. I will say the price tag is really low, but I mean, he has really struggled to start the season. He got hammered last time out. So I think overall for me, I probably stay away from Kramer. Man, the Athletics they're not stopping. They just keep scoring runs. Athletic stacks, man. That's what you want tonight. Athletics and Bregman. Man, Bregman had a night for my Red Sox. So the Angels, you don't want the Angels. What are the Angels doing, man? Oh, I love that spot for the Angels against Molly today. As far as the bats, I like the Cleveland lefties here. I think it's probably more mini stack, but I think overall, Kramer has really struggled with lefties. They're going to have a lot of lefties in this lineup. Ramirez, Kwan, Manzardo would be my favorite three. They're also the three most expensive. Angel Martinez on the cheap end, I think, is okay. But I definitely want to get some exposure to the Cleveland bats on this 10-game slate. Baltimore, I think they're a boom bust stack. They're the team that like you stack all the time in this matchup against Williams. The one, like I said, when I was talking about Gavin Williams, he's done a great job of limiting power and limiting barrels. So I think it's a big, I think it's a big boom bust spot for Baltimore. So my notes for Baltimore is Baltimore B&B, boomer bust. Seattle at Cincinnati is where we go next. We got Miller and Martinez facing off against each other in this one. 8.5 total. The Mariners a slight 122 favorite. We'll start here with Miller. He's kind of priced up for this matchup, and it's not like Bryce Miller has had a fantastic start to the season. He has really struggled with command. I remember talking about this last start. Was it Thursday or Friday last week? I feel like Bryce Miller, for me, with the command issues to start the season, with how much hard contact he's giving up to start the season, not someone I want to play at this price point. I feel like the price point is high too. I mean, the Reds lineup is pretty bad. The bottom half of this lineup is really bad. The top half, Friddle, De La Cruz, McLean, that's a really strong like top half of the lineup. The bottom half of the lineup is kind of weak. I don't just maybe large field tournaments, but the command issues and the hard contact, the fly balls. It's the Great American Small Park. A lot of fly balls and stuff here. I don't think I can do it on Miller. Oh, Nick Martinez, other side of this game, Mr. Martinez. I mean, we're so used to this like middle Martinez. He goes out, he throws a lot of strikes, he doesn't walk people, he'll get hit hard, and he'll get out of innings. I love stacking against Nick Martinez. So I don't want to play Nick Martinez. I think Seattle's a sneaky stack on the slate. Great ballpark, huge ballpark upgrade. Julio Rodriguez, Cal Riley, Rosarina would be my three favorites here. Kind of just filling in the stack with who's in the lineup, who's hitting where in the lineup. But I like Seattle today, which is weird because I don't typically play the Mariners. But I like picking on Nick Martinez. Again, this guy, even this season, a small sample size, 262 ISO, 340 WOBA. A lot of line drives, a lot of hard contact, very low whiff rate, very low swinging strike rate, very low BABIP to righties, so potential regression to righties too. So I'm going to play some Seattle bats. Not going to play Nick Martinez today. I can't decide if I'm going to play Bryce Miller. Like right now, I don't think I want to play Bryce Miller. I kind of like Cincinnati. I don't know if I get to like a full Cincinnati stack here. The command in this ballpark, if he's struggling with command, like there's a few hitters in this lineup that can make him pay. It's just outside of that, the lineup just not the best lineup in the world. If we look back to the start of last season, Candelario, De La Cruz, McLean, they have some upside. Friddle has some upside. That's where I'd be targeting. Gavin Lux has a little bit of pop. We know that. I mean, the stack is not overly expensive for Cincinnati, but I mean, we gotta get a couple bats in here to get something going. We need Cincinnati to get it going. Washington at Pittsburgh. 8.5 total in this game. It's a pick'em game. We got Parker and Falter. I don't know why there's a Faulkner, right? That's why I was probably looking at it. Mitchell Parker here pitching for Washington. Liked him last time out against the Marlins, and he did not pitch well. I remember having a little bit of exposure to him on that slate. I don't remember if the pitching slate was not the best on that slate, but I remember having exposure to him and him just really kind of struggling with strikeout, like struggling to find the zone. So when I'm looking at the spot, I hate the command issues, but I love the limit that he's been limiting power even last year. His strikeout rate, there should be some positive regression in his strikeout numbers here. So I like that. Overall, I think looking at this matchup, you're worried about like Hayes, Reynolds for sure. McCutchen should be in the lineup. I don't think McCutchen's out, right? Bart is banged up. I know that. But yeah, McCutchen should be in there. Like, those are the guys that you're worried about. I don't think he's the craziest tournament play here. He does have some strikeout ability. Like I said, I think we're going to see some positive regression with his strikeouts eventually. I don't mind some tournament shots. I will say that I'm going to talk about some of the bats and the other, like when we get to Pittsburgh, but I don't think Parker is like a crazy tournament play on this slate. Other side here, we got Bailey Falter, a lefty going up against this Washington lineup. No Abrams, he's out right now. It'd be really interesting to see what they do with this lineup. I don't think they're going to be able to get all the lefties out of this lineup. They do have some righties that they can platoon here, but like some of the righties in this lineup aren't the best. Falter is not a huge strikeout guy. He tries to go out and generate ground balls and kind of get out of innings. I don't think he has a huge upside point, like a huge ceiling. So I don't want to play him here. I'm still, even on it's a 10-game slate, even though the pitching's kind of weak, I still want some upside, and I just don't think he has upside here. As far as the bats, we'll have to kind of see who's in the lineup for Washington and what they do with this lineup. Like, DeJong is banged up right now, so he's probably going to get the day off. Cruz, I would assume, plays. I assume Alex Call plays. Call 4,100. He's good against lefties, so I could see maybe some of these Washington righties, they're not going to get overpowered in this spot. So maybe they're cheap. They're really cheap. Wood's expensive, but the rest of this lineup's very cheap. So we'll have to kind of see what this lineup looks like here. Like, if DeJong misses again, I would assume Nunez. He's 2,400. He's a shortstop, like kind of a punt shortstop there. As far as the Pittsburgh bats go, again, against the lefty, McCutchen always in play for me against the lefty. Reynolds in play against the lefty. He has power from the right side. Pham has power from the right side of the plate. Trying to think who else could potentially be in the lineup here that we'd like. Maybe Hayes at 3,600. I don't mind some Pittsburgh righties as like one-offs or like a mini type stacks, but they're not a team that I would full stack today. Arizona at Miami. 8 total in this game. The Diamondbacks a 155 favorite. We got Meyer and Fott pitching against each other here. We'll start here with Brandon Fott. Okay last time out against Baltimore. I remember because I stacked Baltimore a lot in that game. I'm sure most of us did. So I feel like it's a broken record by now. Marlins offense is not great. There are strikeouts in this lineup. There's a couple of hitters in this lineup that are actually not hitting terrible. Mervis has been really solid to start the season. I think Lopez has been solid. Jesus Sanchez adds some strikeout potential here. Spott's not like this huge strikeout guy, but with the limiting pitching options here in this ballpark against this offense, I think he's okay. I just hate the price tag. I was hoping Fott would be $1,000 cheaper, like he has been. Like 7,700, getting 20 points here would be absolutely fine. So yeah. The other side, Max Meyer has actually pitched pretty good to start the season. I don't think he's the craziest like tournament option when we're looking at like decent strikeout stuff, 25%. He's done a great job limiting power this season, 88 ISO, and he's faced the Mets and the Braves. So pitching well against the Mets, I think, is a huge win for him. He's done a great job generating ground balls. This is a really tough spot. This is a really tough offense to face. Carroll, Naylor, Smith, Gurriel, Suarez off to a good start. Perdomo, since he's moved up to the top of the lineup, I feel like he's hit well. And they have some fly ball guys. I mean, Suarez, Gurriel, Carroll, they hit the ball up in the air. So I think this is like one of those spots you could potentially play both. I think you could potentially take some shots on Meyer and hope that he can continue to limit the damage and power. His swinging strike rate and his whiff rate definitely say that like he has some upside. The thing that concerns me when looking at like the advanced numbers for Meyer is he seems like he's going to struggle more with lefties. He's going to be good against righties. That worries me with all the left-handed bats he's going to face in this lineup. So I think you could take some shots, but I mean, if you're not playing Meyer, I think you're looking at the Arizona lefties in this spot: Carroll, Smith, Naylor, Perdomo. If Alec Thomas is in there, he doesn't play every day, but if he's in there, he's been hitting well this year. So I think you can look at the lefties for Arizona. Fott, when Brandon Fott struggles, it's typically left-handed power. Matt Mervis, really cheap. Maybe you could take some shots on him. One thing that I don't love about Mervis, you have to play him on DraftKings. You have to play him at first base. But, I mean, he's hit a home run in 3 straight games. And, I mean, he has 5 home runs on the season. His power numbers look really solid. So, I mean, maybe you could take some shots there. Stowers is 3,500. I think is still a fair price tag for him. Jesus Sanchez, if he hits towards the top of the lineup after coming off the IL again, I think he gets second or third. If I remember seeing the lineup correctly. So I think you could take some of these cheap bats, probably more one-offs than anything else. Not the best ballpark. A pitcher that's solid, not like above average, but not like fantastic. San Francisco at Philadelphia, 7.5 total in this game. The Phillies a 135 favorite. We got Ray going up against Nola. Robbie Ray, last time out, man, I feel like he was going to blow up every single time he went out on the mound last time out against the Yankees. Was really just hoping the Yankees got to him in that game. It just never really happened, and like it felt like it was going to happen all game, but it never happened. His strikeout rate is still down against righties this year. His walk rate is still very concerning. 9 walks over his last 2 starts. He has really good strikeout stuff against lefties, and if they leave all the lefties in here, maybe you could take some shots on Robbie Ray. It just doesn't like sound like a fantastic idea. He has decent strikeout stuff. He just gives up a lot of hard contact, and he's gotten so lucky. Gosh, he got so lucky last time out. I personally don't think I get to Ray unless they leave a lot of lefties in this lineup. But I think we're going to see enough righties to make it playable, to make him unplayable. As far as the righties in this lineup, Castellanos is really good against left-handed pitching. Alec Boehm was good against lefties last year. Trey Turner is solid against lefties. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? I feel like they have another guy in this lineup that hits left-handed pitching. Why am I not thinking of who it is? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just wrong. I kind of skipped to the bats there. My bad. Aaron Nola. Other side, I don't know what to think of Nola yet. I know I went on like a huge rant last time out. And like I was right. I was wrong and right at the same time, I feel like he wasn't a good DFS play against St. Louis that day. He only scored 16 points. He was 9K. I'm just really worried about the fastball velocity right now being down. It's down right at right at 1 mile an hour, and you're like, oh, that doesn't sound like a lot. But man, his xWOB on his fastball last year, averaging 92.5 miles an hour, was 278. His xWOBA this season at 91.4 is 430. His whiff rate's down with his fastball. I mean, he still has a really good curveball. He hasn't. I mean, his sinker being down 1.5 miles on average, like it's just the velocity for Aaron Nola is a huge concern to me. And I feel like I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong before. I always admit when I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I feel like the name Aaron Nola on a slate where pitching is kind of shaky today is going to get some ownership. So my initial thought is to be underweight on him in tournaments. I don't play cash games, but my initial thought is to be underweight on Nola. The flip side of that is like he still has plenty of strikeout upside. This offense has plenty of strikeouts in it. But I mean, I'll keep saying it. The Giants, I think the Giants are sneaky good. Just all around solid lineup. I think Adames helps. Ramos has been solid. Jung Ho Lee has been solid to start the season. Chapman, we know he's a good hitter. Wilmer Flores has been crushing the ball to start the season. So I don't know. I'm on the fence on Nola. I think right now, night before, 10:30 at night, I think my initial lean is to be underweight on Nola. I don't think I'll fully fade him, but I think I want to be underweight on him. As far as the Giants bats, I mean, he's with the lack of velocity right now, he's getting hit hard. He's getting barreled 5% more than he was last year. His hard hit rate is 53%, which is 9% higher than last season. His ISO is 231, which is 54 points, 53 points higher than it was last season. His WOBA's up 50. Like, you look at this spot and you're just like, why not take some shots on the Giants stack? So I think depending on how many teams you play today, you could take a really low-owned Dodgers stack here. Or not Dodgers, Giants. I was looking at the Dodgers game really quick, and yeah, that's what distracted me. Oh, man. So many of these games, like, listen, I will admit when I'm wrong, right? Like, man, there's so many of these games that I just got wrong today, even in like the betting world. It's not going to be a good day for your boy. All right. I need Mike Trout to do something in his last at bat. That'd be great. I talked about the Phillies bats already here. Again, like Robbie Ray, he really struggles with right-handed power. So Trey Turner, Castellanos, Realmuto, Alec Bohm, I think are in play. I wrote down Philly righties, I think, so that's kind of where I'm looking. All right, moving on. We got Boston at Tampa, 9 total in this one. Tampa, a 134 favorite. Sean Newcomb against Zach Littell. Man, Bregman, have a day, Alex Bregman. What a day for him. And they're like, he's getting the day off on they already announced that like he's not going to play in this game. So I thought that was very interesting. But he had a huge game. Birth of his son. That's why. Okay, well, he did it backwards, right? Like, aren't you supposed to have like giant games when you come back? Starting here with Sean Newcomb, I will say I definitely prefer left-handed pitching against Tampa than right-handed pitching. They're not going to be able to get all these left-handed hitters out of the lineup. Sean Newcomb, I mean, he in the very small sample size last year wasn't great. The small sample size this year, he's had some decent strikeout stuff, but his whiff rate and his swinging strike rate does not back up. His swinging strike rate and whiff rate does not back up like a 24% K rate. I will say this: the dude's gotten extremely unlucky this year. His BABIP is 5.13 through 3 starts, so you just see that, and like, man, everything that people are hitting against him is just falling in. He has some strikeout ability. He struggles with command. Again, you look at this lineup, and they're not going to be able to get all their lefties out of the lineup. So that's concerning. They are going to have quite a bit of righties in here, but still not going to get all the lefties out. So I don't hate the idea of like a large field Newcomb tournament play. He's just so cheap, right? Like it's priced more than anything else. It's not that I think this is a spot he crushes, but if he can get to 15, I think that's still a stretch. But if he could get to 15 at 5,800, I don't think we're hating that today. So I wrote him down on my pitcher pool. I'll probably end up playing like a 20 entry max on the slate. I'm on Grinders Live on Wednesday, so I'll probably be. I'm on Crunch Time on Wednesday for Roto Grinders, so I'll be sitting here up until lock working. So I'll probably play more than I normally do lineup wise. Other side of this game, Zach Littell. We talked a lot last time about Zach Littell and how there was a lot of regression in his numbers, and like he really struggled against the Angels last time out. Gave up 4 home runs. Tyler Mahle can mow down the Angels. Zach Littell, what the heck? Still very tilted, by the way, about the Angels having 0 runs in 8 innings. Like beyond tilted. I felt, man, I love the data for that spot. Mahle, Angels, profiled so well. Anyway, Zach Littell for me. I don't love it. His advanced numbers don't like it. He's giving up a lot of hard contact. He's getting barreled a lot. He's not missing a lot of bats. The Red Sox have plenty of upside in this lineup. We continue to see it. So I don't think I want to do it. I think I prefer the Boston side of this game than the Littell side of this game. So Boston bats, obviously I like this ballpark. We're seeing a lot more production from the Tampa ballpark this year, years past. Shot. You could go, anybody that's been to the Trop, you could go to the Trop middle of the summer and watch a baseball game and be cold. It's just, it was an experience. And it was nice. Don't get me wrong. As a fan, it was super nice being in the middle of the summer and not dying at a baseball game. Devers, Duran, Abreu. It'd be interesting to see if they just move the lineup up or if they move somebody up like Campbell or Cassis for Bregman in this lineup and give them a shot at a better lineup spot. Trevor Story, something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think the Boston stack very much in play, like the ballpark, like the matchup here. Littell giving up a lot of barrels, a lot of hard contact. Tampa. So here, one of the reasons that I'm like Sean Newcomb, is he in play? Like who do you play from this lineup? Morel is not good against lefties. I mean, Yandy Diaz is really good against lefties. He should hit leadoff here. Obviously, I think he's very much in play. Cavallaro should be in the lineup towards the top. I mean, I know he didn't play, but I think it was just a scheduled day off for him. Jansen, catcher, cheap catcher. He hits left-handed pitching well enough. I know he's off to a really cold start this season, but if you're not playing Newcomb, I definitely don't mind getting some exposure to the Tampa righties. I mean, I don't even hate the idea of getting some exposure to the Tampa lefties in this spot. Kansas City at New York. Yankees 8.5 total in this game. Yankees a 166 favorite. Schmidt and Bubic. Clark Schmidt coming off the DL or IL. Hate that we changed it. All my life it was always the DL. Coming off the IL, the injured list. Pitched in AA. I don't think we see him get restricted too much. He threw 7 innings in his last rehab start, so I don't think we get too restricted here from Clark Schmidt. But you always are a little concerned about like how much he'll pitch here. And I know I'm going backwards on this game. I'm sorry. I had Clark Schmidt on my mind as far as that. He was decent last year. I mean, 25% Ks, 8% walks. He gave up a lot of hard contact. So he was decent last year, but overall, if we could get some type of pitch count limit on him, I think it'd make the decision a little bit easier. We've talked a lot about the struggles for this Royals lineup. The bottom half of this lineup has really struggled. Lot of struggles here. So if Schmidt could throw 85 pitches here, I think I'd take some shots on him. And again, one of the reasons why I'm mentioning a lot of these pitchers is because like I just don't believe in Nola yet. So that's where I'm struggling the most. Oh, Soler just got his bases, but Mike Trout didn't get over his bases. I bet both of their over total bases. So I'm going to end up making money because they both bets were plus money. But man, I really wanted like the spot for Trout today. Other side, Bubic, Chris Bubic. I mean, he's had some really strong outings to start the season. His strikeout rate's 27.6%. It's backed up with a 14.7% swinging strike rate and a 28% whiff rate. He's been excellent against righties this season, 31.6% strikeouts. We saw it last year, 30.6% strikeouts for him against righties last year. Good ground ball pitcher. I think he's one of the best tournament pitchers on the slate today. It's absolutely a boom-bust spot anytime you're facing the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. But again, we're chasing some type of ceiling. I won't lock into like any two pitchers today. I'm going to mix my pitcher ownership up quite a bit from first look here. But I think Bubic is an excellent tournament play. I think he has a lot of upside. He'll probably give up a hit or two or a home run or two. But if he could strike out like 6, 7, 8 hitters, I mean, we just don't have a lot of those pitchers on the slate. So, yeah, I mean, I like the spot for Bubic a lot. Not to go backwards, so we'll go Kansas City bats first to get us back on track because I got sidetracked there. But it's been kind of, like I said, it's been a really cold start for this team. We haven't seen Schmidt. Just because he pitched well in AA doesn't mean he's going to come back and just be lights out here in the majors. Witt, Pasquantino would be my 2 favorites, but I need to see the Royals start to hit better to really get excited about playing the Royals right now. As far as the Yankees are concerned, I mean, they're a stack or fade spot. Judge, good against lefties. Goldschmidt, good against lefties. Volpe, good against lefties. All those guys should be in the lineup here. They have some lefty stuff that's not like bad, but a lot of strikeouts. So I'd probably play like a 3-man Yankee stack here and just chase some power. But I mean, I like this spot for Bubic. Plus, I just like saying the guy's name. It's an awesome name. We got a neat thing going in these late baseball games. It feels like we're not getting a lot of production. Oh, we got bases loaded for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second. Bases loaded, no outs for the Dodgers here. So this could be a huge inning because the top of the order is coming back up. PCA double, I like it. I'd rather PCA single over a double though, so he could steal second. All right, moving on. I'm joking. Athletics at the White Sox, 7.5 total in this game. Bido and Cannon facing off against each other here. Bido first. I mean, you don't necessarily hate the matchup against the White Sox. You hate the fact that like Bido is not a huge strikeout pitcher. I mean, he is below average strikeout pitcher, but his lineup is atrocious. He gives up a lot of fly balls, so it's going to benefit guys like Luis Robert, who hits the ball on the ground a lot, Andrew Vaughn, who hits the ball on the ground a lot. It's really going to benefit those guys. Again, 7,200, 15, 16 fantasy points. I don't think we hate that. I don't necessarily hate this spot for him. I don't necessarily love this spot for him either. If I'm playing a 20 entry max, like maybe I get him on 2 or 3 teams here. And this just goes back to, I think pitching is kind of ugly on this slate. Oh, I will say, like, yeah, weird. It's a weird slate for pitching. Other side here, Jonathan Cannon. The Athletics have been really, really solid to start the season. Beat up on Sean Burke yesterday. Cannon has given up a ton of power to lefties since he started pitching last season. A lot of hard contact too. A lot of barrels to lefties. It's really hard for me to play pitchers against my Athletics right now. I'm becoming. It's not in my office from what I can see, but I gotta start repping my Athletics hat. Again, we got on a roll with the Athletics hat last year. So, I mean, for me, I don't want to play Cannon. He's not great. He struggles with command. Double play Chris Taylor. Good job, Chris Taylor. Way to kill an inning. It's like the last thing you want when you have bases loaded. Anyway, I like the Athletics bats here. I'm going back to Soderstrom. Talked about him a lot on the podcast yesterday. Bangaliers, Butler, Rooker. I don't know what to call him now. Call him Rookie. Maybe we start calling him Rook. He hasn't been hitting the greatest, but O'Day, I want to keep stacking the Athletics. Like, if you're playing multiple lineups on any given slate right now, they just keep hitting. It feels like every day. And Jonathan Cannon gives up a ton of power, so I want to keep playing the Athletics. I don't think I would stack the White Sox here. I mean, Luis Robert, like I said, he's a ground ball guy, so he benefits. Andrew Vaughn benefits from a fly ball pitcher because he's a ground ball hitter. So maybe some tournament shots on those guys. I played a little bit of Vaughn on Tuesday night, and that worked out. He had a big game. So, all right, we got the Angels at Texas, 9.5 total in this game. Pick'em game. Soriano against Corbin. Jose Soriano, it seems like this dude is legit. We saw it last year. He has strikeout upside. He's going to struggle from time to time with command. But tournament-wise, he presents a good enough strikeout rate that I think we have to take some shots on him today. He's much better against righties, so you want to see a lot of righties in this lineup. Which I don't think they can get all of the righties out of this lineup. Like, they don't have a lot of lefties. They have Josh Smith and Jock Peterson, so they'll have 2 more lefties in the lineup. But, Simeon, Jung, Garcia, I see them having 5 righties, maybe 4, but I think they'll have 5, potentially 6 righties in this lineup. That should really benefit Soriano. He's a great ground ball pitcher to lefties and righties. So, yeah, he has enough strikeout upside that I want to take some shots on him today. And he should get run support because it's Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin. The Angels, a huge disappointment for me. huge disappointment for me on Tuesday. I talked about it. I love the spot for them. I talked about it at the start of the podcast too. I felt really good. I'm going right back to the well here. Ward, Trout, Soler, Darno, if he's in there, O'Hoppe, if he catches, Paris, Adele. This team has struggled against left-handed pitching as good as they've been against right-handed pitching this season. It does not matter. Patrick Corbin is not good. He was really bad last year. 17% Ks, 205 ISO, 377 WOBA to righties last year, 53% hard contact. He struggled big time in his first start out this season against the Cubs. I mean, hate to say it, but here we go again. Angels. I'm going right back to it. Texas bats against Soriano. I definitely prefer lefties, so like Seager would be my favorite. Heim. Jock Peterson needs to get it going before I start putting him back into lineups today or like this season. Like he has been awful. Looks like he has 3 hits on the season total. That is a rough start for my boy Jock Jams. I think it just kind of makes me like Soriano a little bit more. All right, we finished out the slate. I will say that I was really surprised when I opened up DraftKings and saw this game on the slate because I thought it would have been a perfect opportunity for them to have one of those like early slate type of things that we've seen in the past in the NBA and stuff. Colorado at LA. This game starts 2 hours after the Texas game. So the last game on the slate. I like late games too. But man, this seems like it would have been an awesome opportunity for them to leave off a game. We have Miller and Marquez facing off against each other here. 8.5 total. The Dodgers a 310 favorite. We'll start here with Herman Marquez. Nope. Can't do it. Not against this Dodgers lineup. I mean, he relies a lot on fastballs. He's 14.7% strikeouts this year. He struggled with strikeouts last year in the small sample size. He's done a good job of limiting power, but the advanced stats definitely don't back up the power limit, and the barrel rate being so low, there's no way I'm playing Marquez today. And then the interesting one here is Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller was atrocious last season. He has pitched well in the minors. He didn't have the best spring ever. This lineup is so bad that I think I take shots on Miller today. He's been starting in AAA, so I feel like pitch count should be okay. It's not like he's coming back from injury. He didn't make the rotation because he was awful last year. I think we take some shots here. They stretched him back out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have to take some shots on him. He's 7,700. The Rockies lineup is just, I know it's like a broken record, but it's bad. I mean, the lineup they rolled out against Landon Knack had an ISO under 100, a WOBA under 230, and a strikeout rate over 30%. Like, it's just a really bad lineup. Tovar is a major league hitter. McMahon is a solid hitter. I will stand by Mickey Moniak being a good hitter. But, yeah, I mean, I could see Miller pitching okay here. I think he has a little bit of strikeout upside. I think the matchup has some strikeout upside in it. I'm playing the matchup more than him. He got hit really hard last year. If there was ever a time to stack the Rockies, maybe this is the time. Late night hammer Rockies. I don't think I personally do it. I don't think I play enough lineups to do it. But man, oh man, if there was ever a time to do it. Dodgers, I mean, they're a top stack on the slate. I mean, don't overlook the Dodgers. Derek says that Colorado has scored 6 runs total in the last 7 games, and they've played some of those in course. Dodgers bats are expensive, but this is an incredible spot for them against Herman Marquez. We potentially get some of these cheap bats in there. Edman, Conforto, Muncy. Chris Taylor maybe is in there if Teoscar doesn't play again. Andy Paez, I think is how he says his name. He's cheap. So, I mean, you'll get some cheap bats in there. We have a lot of cheap, like, high upside pitching on the slate. So, like, maybe you just take some high upside, risky pitchers with the Dodgers and hope it kind of works out here. As we get through this slate, though, I will say, going back to something I talked about earlier, I think Aaron Nola is going to, name value alone is going to get blasted with ownership today. All right. Morning grind game. Always fun. If you weren't here at the beginning of the show, I did start a Patreon for morning grind support. The link is in the description of the podcast. Any support is appreciated. You'll get access to the Morning Grind Discord, and the only way to get access to the Morning Grind Discord is going to be through supporting Patreon. I'm not going to open it up for the public. This is going to be for the Morning Grind community. So, yep. All right. That gave me enough time to pull up this again. Under 8K to get 6 or more strikeouts. I actually think that we have some like boom bust options in this like range today to get those strikeouts. I mean, I think I am going to go Bobby Miller. The Rockies lineup is so bad. Over 8K to score under 15. My bust today. I mean, I think that we have some options here. Just one guy that just continues to stand out to me of like, I just am concerned about the command is Bryce Miller. So I'm going to go Bryce Miller under 15 points here against the Reds, which could easily bite you because the Reds can strike out with the best of them. Over 4K to hit a home run. Lot of good options to hit a home run today. Who did I pick yesterday? I picked Michael Busch. He's still going. I'm gonna make sure that he's over 4K. Hold on. He should be. Yeah, Soderstrom to hit a home run today. He's under 10% again. Oh, I did not realize though Hoppy is sick, so that might be why Darno caught on Tuesday. Under 4K to get over 10 points. We have some really solid options in this one today too. Some cheap bats. Oh, man, there's a bunch of them down here. I'm trying to pick. Give me Joe Adele to get over 10 DK points. Stack to score 6 or more runs. Give me the Athletics. I like this hat too. This is like so my wife is not a huge fan of how many hats I have and how many hats I buy. So she absolutely loves this hat though. So this is one that she never argued with me. So it's always fun. All right. Morning grind 3-pick parlay. Again, bet these at your own risk right now because for some reason I'm ice cold on these start of the season. I am going to go. Trying to pull it up. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm doing this on the fly today. I'm doing this one on the fly today. I am going to go back to my Angels here. We need to get on the board. Just need to get on the board. It's so tempting to bet Kansas City today. Not actually going to do it, but it is very tempting. I have two. I'm trying to find one more that I like here. Sorry. I don't love the pitching in that game. I'm like trying to find a game that I think is gonna kind of explode. Seems like it's more one-sided on a lot of these games today. All right. Let's go. We're going to take some team totals today. It's going to be the way. All right, this is plus 318 on Hard Rock. And I got Athletics over 3.5 runs, minus 160. The Angels over 3.5 runs, minus 200. And the Dodgers over 4.5 runs at minus 140. We've been betting a lot of like money line bets here, I feel like, and I'm going to switch it up today. I'm going to go with some team totals on team stacks that I really like. I really like the matchups for pitching. So that's where I'm at for today. One last time, Athletics over 3.5, Angels over 3.5, Dodgers over 4.5. I hope everyone has a fantastic Wednesday. I think there's like a 5-game baseball slate on Thursday. So I'll either be back on Wednesday night or Friday watching the live show while at Costco food court. I like it, Matt. Like, what are we getting at Costco? Now, okay, hold on. I was about to sign off, but what are we getting at Costco? I am a avid Costco person. I shop at Costco, I feel like twice a month. Is there Matt, like what are we doing? Gosh, come on. Costco food court. My kids love Costco pizza, and it's like paper towels, $5 off. All right. Getting some paper towels. I like it. One of my favorite things from Costco is they have these like everything like bagel, like chips. Yeah, hot dog and a sliced pepperoni. I mean, best way to spend $4, right? But yeah, they have these like everything bagel, like bagel chips. Oh, they're so good with like anything like cream cheese or hummus. I mean, they're just good with everything. So love everything. But yeah, I mean, they're solid. I love Costco. Costco. You guys can sponsor the podcast. All right, I'm out of here. I hope everyone has a fantastic Wednesday. Back either Thursday or Wednesday night or Friday or Thursday night for I'll decide probably tomorrow. I have been posting the shows early in the day so you all know when I'm doing them. So make sure you have notifications turned on, subscribe, and I'll see you all when I see you.